As the government moves toward reducing its carbon footprint to create a more sustainable transport sector, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has launched the first battery electric bus, BEB, for public transportation, this during a ceremony at the office of the Prime Minister yesterday. The bus will seat 35 passengers and has facilities for members of the disabled community, as well as parents traveling with a stroller. Mr. Holness noted that the government is serious about its environmental commitments as well as its climate change obligations, but stressed that the government is committed to its fiscal arrangements to ensure that the JUTC does not become a fiscal risk or threat to the government.
Electric buses. The electric buses offer a great deal in terms of advantages. Clearly, the environmental advantage, practically no emissions whatsoever. But in terms of the fiscal issues, one, it would clearly give us greater management. Well, it takes away the management of fuel. So issues to do with theft of fuel and non-productive use of engine time, meaning engines are on idling in traffic and so forth, burning fuel which are not moving passengers, which adds to the cost. Electric buses, therefore, and the maintenance, these are clearly the maintenance on these would be much lower. So the government is moving very quickly to integrate new technologies into the operation of the JUTC's fleet, because it gives us two critical advantages. One, the environmental and climate change advantages, which we have commitments for, but it improves the bottom line of the JUTC.
Outlining some of the features of the bus, Managing Director of the JUTC, Paul Abrahams, noted that the bus is equipped with dash cams and real-time data collection.
A brain inside that box there. This is fully computerized brain. There are two sets of softwares that are required. One speaks to the bus intelligence itself, and the other one deals with the tracking capabilities and the operations of buses. We are in the process right now of developing the criteria for testing, such as in the Spanish Town to halfway through Spanish Town to downtown. We'll be using it in Papine also, but the whole objective of this thing is to collect data, just to ensure that when we do go into diversification, if we do, we have the proper information to forward to the relevant authorities.
In other news tonight, a father from St. James who allegedly assaulted his 14-year-old daughter and threatened to cut her throat for getting home late from school was spared jail time after he and the complainant's mother resolved the conflict through mediation. The father, whose identity is being kept anonymous to preserve the child's privacy, appeared before the St. James Parish Court on an allegation of assault causing bodily harm. According to the allegations, on November 29, 2022, at about 5:30 p.m., the complainant was just arriving home when the father accosted her and accused her of walking home with a male student. The father reportedly grabbed his daughter and pushed her outside the house, punched her in her right eye, and kicked her feet away, causing her to fall and hit her head. The accused then took a knife and threatened to cut the girl's throat. A relative took her to another location following the incident. However, the father has denied the allegations. Still tonight, the police commander in Manchester sought divine intervention to improve police-citizen ties during his address at a church service on Sunday. The Central Jamaican Parish's security leadership continues to have reason for concern in light of the 18 break-ins and 7 robberies that have occurred since January 28. So far, 3 murders have been reported and 2 fatalities are being investigated. The parish, which had 59 murders in total in 2022, was still on law enforcement's radar, but was not among several areas that were placed under states of emergency late last year. During the church service, Superintendent Shane McCalla touched on a religious note when he emphasized that the police needed supernatural power to fight crime. According to Superintendent McCullough, no relationship can exist without Jesus being the anchor, the center, and the focus of efforts to foster cooperation between Manchester's residents and the police. Stakeholders are calling for residents to put aside fear and speak out against criminality. Continuing with the news tonight, the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, says that he is now counting on a psychosocial support component to have an impact in areas where crime and violence are prevalent. Dr. Chang was speaking during a graduation ceremony held on January 27 at the S Hotel, where the first group of 15 individuals in St. James received psychological first aid certification under the Jamaican government's Citizen Support Plan in collaboration with the Ministry of National Security and the Citizen Security Secretariat, along with the assistance of the European Union in the training of psychological first responders. The Minister of National Security predicts that the project will contribute to the reduction of crime and violence by locating those in need and connecting them to support services. He highlighted that the graduates will contribute to breaking the cycle of violence. In other news tonight, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, is investigating a report of rape and robbery allegedly committed by one of its members while on duty in St. Elizabeth. Now, the incident allegedly took place yesterday between 10 and 10:30 p.m. in the town of Black River. The report is being taken seriously by the Police High Command and is being treated with the utmost urgency. The matter is currently being investigated by the JCF's Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROB, the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, CISOCA, and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. The policeman was taken into custody along with 3 other members who were on duty with him. The High Command is awaiting the outcome of what it expects will be a speedy and thorough probe by the relevant investigative bodies. The JCF is assuring the public that such allegations are taken seriously and that it is committed to ensuring the safety and security of citizens. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for watching Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Do stay safe, pleasant viewing, and thanks for watching.